Alright, my fine feathered friends, I'm back once again with yet another demo. Um, but we're not gonna have a bunch of them. I found this when they're doing some kind of story game sale. They had a demo for this called Tavern Talk. Uh, it sounds kind of like Coffee Talk, but you run a tavern. And surprisingly, it's not by the same people. I would think. I don't know. It's weird. Hi, Innkeeper. What's going on? All nice and dandy? Sure. Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All nice and dandy? Yes, yes, all nice and dandy. I had such an exciting day, really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better, I took a walk around the grove. Then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No. I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same and Amner. Whatever. Hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon. The same moss. Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a dried nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various nut types: walnuts, peanuts, pecan nuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I've never told you. I just wish something would happen in my life, something riveting. So what you're saying is that you're missing the spice? Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. I was talking about the spice in your life. Ah, oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes or no garlic, no nymphs, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. Classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but it also isn't, or not particularly funny. Alright, I got some options. Have you tried visiting the circus? Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Have you tried visiting the circus? Huh? Well, perhaps you can find something funny there. I'm not into the whole circus thing. Clowns scare me. I always think they have an alternative motives. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not telling of a tale? How can I sing of things I never lived through anything? Day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, saving people, wandering through the marshes, meeting a pretty nymph. A pretty nymph? That's pretty daring. That sounds like an opening to a grand adventure. Sounds like oh really? You think so? Well, perhaps it would be. Not that it would actually occur, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about exciting magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. Excuse me? They have a song called Tequila. Margaritaville, probably? I don't know. Gin and juice. Shots. Anyways, I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention the nymphs? I prefer it if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I would love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a sunny breeze in case you forgot. Thank you for reminding Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating in the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be a nymph? Both? But mostly I want a sunny breeze. Message received. Though, I was wondering. I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know about how you made your drinks. Could you show me? Yes. Really? Yes. I mean, because I did this tutorial, I've never done this before. What do I do? Do I put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. What's this big fat salamander over here? So you want to look? So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Adu, and Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Draw recipe? Oh, it's my pinned. You pinned my order. I did. If I want to look at the specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what it was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't just freehand mix something to see if it sticks or what sticks. No, I like to mix and match for more varied results. For the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I settle on one, you can use the chalk to draw it on the board. But if you pick the wrong one, I can either erase it with the sponge, or I can just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. This is dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or I redo my drink for any reason, I can simply feed the mistake to Endu. Once I'm done, press the bell and activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magic details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay. That's what sunny breeze. This is delicious. Sunny breeze will fasten your reflexes while adding a small boost to your grip strength and defenses. It tastes like a pleasant wind flowing through your woods on a warm summer day. Currently on trial, version 568 needs to be more input from rangers and bards. Okay, so I drew the recipe on wood. Oh, I got you. So then, we gotta take this all the way to the top, and then that's some of that. Need some of this. Oh wait, did it? Hold on. So it. And dude, go ahead and drink this, bud. I have to put too much in here. Aha! Sunny Breeze, okay. So Sunny Breeze is 3 parts. 3 parts this, green, 1 part red, 1 part blue, okay. Ding ding! Drink up! Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course. What do you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thanks for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared that they'll be the end of you? Sometimes, but how would I know if I never tried? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but never mind. Oh look, we got a rogue. It's gotta be a rogue, right? Just spit it out, man. I'm gonna help you. A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable? You want a drinkable drink. Very specific, thank you. I'm on the way to the fight, to a fight. Need to pay some debts. Give me something that will boost my defense so I can claim victory. So he wants to. I'll see what I can find. So he wants something that's gonna boost his defense, right? Right. Okay. So defense is probably the shield on her, right? This is steel tonic. Steel tonic running through your veins, you can become a buff, charming tank of your dreams. Its cooling qualities mixed with a surprising spicy aroma boost vitality to new heights and leave you impenetrable to damage. It's almost perfect, almost. Okay, so we need blue. Okay, so blue is defense. There's 3 parts of that. We need a little bit of maybe one part of this. And what is the crown? One part of this. Steel tonic. There you go, buddy. Want steel tonic? This just tastes like victory. Thanks. Almost washes away the memory of the banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bones shattering a shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Enough to kick some ass, at least. Rumor unlocks Song of the Beast, the Song of the Bones in the Water. That's right, because I can turn, apparently I can turn... I can hear, rumors, and then you use those rumors to like, oh, by the way, did you hear this? And like, send adventures out. Alright. A brooding type, I see. Huh? What are you thinking about, Fable? Nothing. Just dreams. Yours or somebody else's. Mine? Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I am running away from where I belong. Is that what he said? Yes. He said, we are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that patters down the mountain. We keep the balance, it's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No. Not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want it to be brave and strong. I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for the same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever, it's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my family looks after the Grove. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should go, or do what your heart desires. But stop aching then? I think so, yes. But what if destiny never meant for me to leave? But if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventure starts with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. It's sad, actually. A little later. Huh. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Charlene. You can call me Char or Lynn. Charlene, I guess. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Char. Lynn. What can I do for you? You can do the thing with the quest, right? Yes, do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Ugh, no. I may have one for you, or your notice board. Elaborate. I heard of the werewolf making trouble up in Tarragon? A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Orvin. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up, like a nomad. I thought werewolf had dived together in that one romance novel. Ugh. You mean that one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, that was just to split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire? Which one were you, innkeeper? I'm not in a shiny vampire, so I'm not werewolves. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I mentioned to ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes? Well, all I'm saying is that the downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. Is that the reason why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too familiar to my uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. It is a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon. You couldn't tell. Want to avoid the awkward family reunion, you know? Alright, anything else you might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into the dangerous situation, they just have to start playing fetch. That works. On on any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Charlene. It's not that hard. Either Charlene, Char, or Lynn. Let's just go with Lynn. Gotcha, Lynn. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeeper? Just Innkeeper for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeeper, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me anything that watered down muck instead. Oh, you want a lot of strength, eh? Strength is the sword, so we can go with the Sailor's Courage. Sailor's Courage gives even the last landlubber qualities of a great sailor: a lot of strength, quick reflexes, a shot of defense, and an ability to know fear. Occasionally causes wobbly sea legs, but that's nothing to worry about. Okay, so it looks like three parts courage, or strength, I guess. And one part defense. One part dexterity? Yeah. Drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving, thanks. Where will we head from here? Perhaps back north through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to clean up. What kind of business? My cousin claims her crops have been stolen by undead sailors. I'd say she's hallucinating, but I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptake in the Norso. Might as well humor her. That's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? Think there's not much use digging up the past. The past hunts everyone willing to listen. Huh. Would you mind talking like a normal person? No? Then don't bother. This is my tavern, and I'm leaving it. If you find any more rumors or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups, but sure, I'll be back for more work. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. I could use some help. Fine. I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort them out into rumors I've collected. I've also kept them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would to be sorting and fitting the snippets into your request page. Just drag them over and make sure that they're all from the same quest. Otherwise you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and you'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright, time to assemble the quest. Okay, the Volcakin, Charlene told me about a werewolf who's roaming around the Tarragon and potential threat to villagers. The werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after his stick. Werewolf previously has been in Avon, a southern town, a nomad, or do they have a gold mine? Undead Banshee. Banshee's not really on. Well, I mean, the Banshee's a spirit, but not really undead. Alright, so we put these all together. We'll write it up. A werewolf on detour. A recent Vulcan passed by the Wayfarer's Inn reported a werewolf making their way up to Tarragon from Erevan. They pose a potential threat to hapless villagers. Apparently, werewolves love to play fetch. Are you brave enough to take on the quest and save Tarragon from the werewolf mayhem? Alright, so we got our first quest. Yeah, feed the lizard fat man. The fat lizard man. 58th in the Wake, Act 1, The Wayfarer's End, 2, Chapter 2, Prelude to Bravery. Oh, it's Fable. My quest taken. Fable, are you gonna fight a werewolf? What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tarragon. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it? Not yet. I just posted it last night. What kind of hair are you, looking for? One who knows their way around the difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who was good with a bow. One that might tell me they want the quest. Ah, I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around the woods. I know Fable. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been thinking about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into the tavern and this quest practically jumps out at me. I think, hey, there's a star for an adventure. It's near the forest. I know the forest. You live in you know the forest. You live in the forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But also, you've talked to humans before. You've got a silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And and I thought I could ask about it if anyone had taken it yet. And then? I didn't think that far. I see. Or rather I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on a quest. If I take the quest, I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight a werewolf or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if I try to shoot with my silver arrows, I miss and shoot the tree instead, and then the tree will be mad at me. But it won't really matter because I'll be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you about to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make a decision for you. Neither can I. Whether I have to make the difficult decision, I freeze in place. Or whenever. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water? More slime? Bones? You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah, maybe you can add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest. I think we'll have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general, about taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you are trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on the quest. I would make a good start for a song, right? A prelude to an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods. The world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting, but every time I think about embarking on a quest, all I can think of is are the ways in which I could go wrong. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might... Well, heroes have a history of right. But heroes have a history of right and inspiring feats that could look back and define their bravery. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or the reason nobody wants to spend time with me. Why does no one want to spend time with you? I'm unlucky. Whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy they are, nothing seems easy enough for me. My life only seems to follow the path that is the most embarrassing, or dangerous, or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go. Like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with somebody that naturally attracts bad things. You are too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils were blooming and they make for nice home flowers and hair accessories. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness in the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture made from hogsweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to get smaller. Except for the zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find out then. Like, on a quest? For example, don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that would change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? What if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if anything, another adventurer swings by and they are able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows? You might even end up joining a party. Oh, and besides, if it's a perfect hero you want, he'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I should not decide to give him up before I even tried. After all, I'm a very quick runner. If I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I fable a great gardener and, future hero, charmer of nymphs. I'm going to embark on a quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. I even got a new toppings this morning, so I'm well prepared to help. That sounds wonderful. What do you have? I've got some Thunder Sage, which is said to enchant words. With its magic, you should be able to inspire others to boost their abilities through your support. And then I have a couple golden feathers. They're extremely rare, but once in your possession, they can grant you haste. Briefly, the expiration date is a bit unpredictable. How did you get those? Pure luck. Alright then, keep your secrets. Ha. So, considering all of that, do you have something that could make me nimble and quiet so the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight them, I'm going to need surprise round advantage, so maybe haste would be helpful too. Or maybe instead something you can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's a hungry lost lichen after all. And it needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we can even be friends. But I would need to be something with lots of charisma for that, and some additional inspiration. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick the random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, choice for influences my fate. It can change the entire outcome of my quest. But, of course, I'm sure you're already aware. Sorry for backseat mixing. So, the thing is, do we have... do we go the diplomacy route, or do we go the sneaky route? Now that I've access to toppings, I have to be careful about how they interact with the other ingredients. They might alter the stats in a way where I have to use different recipes than I normally would. Let's keep an eye on that. Diplomas. What is the... Let's see. Frosty Lagoon calms your nerves and strengthens your muscles. It's very popular among travelers in Highlands and Dyra. Those looking for some extra UV protection is various versions, especially modified prototype capable of focusing heavily on intelligence, may or may not really need some tweaking. Peak Sunrise that feels like standing atop a mountain peak, will focus your charisma adventures, may infuse the toughness of your favorite mountain raid. Unsurprising, very popular with climb. Alright, let's go with this. Okay, so it needs 3 parts. 3 parts charisma. One part dexterity. And 1 part defense. Is that? No, that's wrong. Hey! Back! Nerd. Drank too much of it. I need brains. No, that's not it. Back. So... Oh, maybe it's a two-part. It's two parts. And then... What was the... toppings again? Thunder Sage or Golden Feather? Thunder Sage. Good. Stop! Give it back! Drinking too much of it. There we go. Thank you, I feel much better. Braver. Farming? No, wait, it sounds like I'm tending a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tarragon. And I'm gonna protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could need that too. Just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I will be okay, because with your help I'll be able to talk myself out of this new situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I need. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. I'll see you post-victory. I hope Fable will be alright. Hope they don't run into a clown. Or maybe they should. They could become friends. Fable the mighty hero and their best friend, the magic clown. Is that anything? Guess end of the day. I guess the next day we'll see how her journey turned out, or quest. A new friend and former enemies. Oh, she made friends apparently. And keep a drink for me and this lanky fella. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well and with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you didn't join a party? No? Oh. Then what is the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I did owe them some of their dishwater at least. Oh, jeez. Family feud. So the Roarwolf did turn out to be her uncle? I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died. No. Elfie here was able to prevent it. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. And what's not to get? A lot. I think he's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from a werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did, kind of. I also remember you saying you did not want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. I was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Wasn't? Sure was. Adventuring pays little, or paying ain't what it once was. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How does any of this lead to the successful quest? Well, after leaving our tavern, I traveled swiftly through the Ashen Grove. I reached the borders of Tavern right after dawn. The vineyard stretched far ahead, and I saw one or other farm nestled in between. Truly idyllic, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl. Thanks, Spirit, that you're already weird enough. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing, so I hear a creaking fence and footsteps that are failing at keeping it quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I sneak closer and see a werewolf-esque shape picking up tiny sheep. I was petting it. Thinking she was gonna steal it, I summoned all my courage and I stepped out of the shadow and said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect her to be in full sense of course. Wait, I didn't expect her to be in her full senses, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her. It did confuse me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing is to do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one? Well, it worked, didn't it? Because I ain't a werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf or not werewolf responded with, "What?" Surprised my plan worked, I said again, "Please put down the sheep." Because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked me who I was. No, I asked who you are. Who are you? A guard? I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling growl. Please. It was barely a bark. It made the blood freeze in my veins. Hearing heavy footsteps, I barely darned to turn around. It turned immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Charlene and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep? Obviously, I set it down before. So you came to Fable's aid? No. That ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and have an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old cuss. Hey, why can't I say that? Cuss. What the cuss? Youth protection. The age rating assignment is quite harsh. Cuss. Ah. Anyways, I was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen the old man in years. The only way I could bring him up these days is by joking. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with my uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left. Ran away. Without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind to worry senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all this savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. So that's why you wanted to talk it out before your fist? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but it wouldn't listen, so I got them to stop just long enough for them to get them to listen to me. I threatened that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me because they actually stopped and to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little guy. Thank you. I sat down and made sure to be between them, so that if they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds dangerous. Was. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? Do the size of a stick. You think you can stop two angry wolves? Oh well. Anyway, I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on, and that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Charlene's and a disagreement. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragonette was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. And that ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known we'd have helped him the best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed that was scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't expect that, though. He was decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, all of that. But it only made things worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any of the human things. That's something he and Charlene have in common. What? The stubbornness, the unwillingness to ask for help. But they have to talk about it, and silent resentment wasn't good for them either, or either of them. And you got them to do that? This little stick is strangely persuasive. Something about their earnestness. Their earnestitude is frustratingly inspiring. I had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How'd it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first, and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a greatsword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still a problem of the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the curse that he can still barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a curse couldn't change what he'd done, or cure. That you have to accept that he's different now, learn how to live again. Of course, it isn't easy, no changing over, or ever is. I learned that from you. We have a group of werewolves living near our settlement, a small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. They taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of moon signs. That sounds like a bunch of cuss. It's real. You're a crescent moose. Huh? We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an end, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of the adventure is just the beginning of a new one. Exactly. I like that. So after my heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend a day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to go back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. So, a drink? What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprised me with something that fits my strength and brawn. Something for strength, right? What's the Frosted Lagoon? Strength is... I'm going with the... It's a Frosted Lagoon calms the nerves and strengthens your muscles. It's very popular among travelers in the Highlands. For extra... Oh, wait. Okay. Alright, so we need 3 parts. Strength. One part dexterity. And 1 part defense. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that will calm me down? Maybe even bring some agility back? I like to feel dexterous again. It was a very stressful day, night, morning, sequence even. Okay, so you want something to calm me, wouldn't? Dexterity. Dexterity is the... She probably wants a sunny breeze. Alright, goji drink anyways. Wow, I can't pour very well, can I? There you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. I mean, your goji drink is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? Because it tastes so bad? So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Charlene, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a free room. You can stay there. I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Alfie. See you later. Are you heading home, Fable? Not yet. If it's okay, I think I'd like to stay here for a little longer. Calm down a bit before I check on my plans. Unless you need to close up. Stay, please. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was a little scary and different than I expected. I didn't know it'd be so good pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? Hope this isn't going to be my last adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That is very tall ask. Ha, you're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer if the world did not end. Right. Let's hope not. I like this world, and a calamity like that would be disastrous. Even if it would make for a good song, or for a sad one, or both. Thanks for believing in me, Innkeeper. Always. I can't wait to hear about your next quest. Me neither. A little later. Oh, we got a vampire and a dwarf. Nice. Good day, little green mortal. Good day, Mr. Vampire. And a good day to you too, illustrious innkeeper. Good evening, vampiric vampire. That's the best you can do? I'm running out of lines. Ugh, so you're another one of those empty babblers? I can confidently say I'm all but empty. Pardon me? See, I told you. Empty. Yes, you're right indeed. He does look delicious. That's not what I said. Either way, what a snack. Thank you, though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Ah. What a great day for woe. First my cape, and now this. You have a cape? The most exquisite one in all of Astoria. Words would not be able to do justice for words would not be just for its beauty. Have you seen it by the way? No, that's why we are here. Perhaps the slime ate your cape. The little creature doesn't seem like it would do such a horrible thing. Does it have a name? I never asked. Probably not. Maybe you should sometime. Speaking of names, what may yours be, little leafling? That's Fable, the great up-and-coming hero from the Ashen Grove. Just Fable is fine. How about you, Mr. Vampire? Me? What other vampires are in this room? Hopefully none. But you can never know for sure. My name is Sir Alphonse Louis Federico Delacroix de la Sang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. May I ask you what your name is, well, miss? You may stop calling me miss. Sorry. Call me Ray instead. Ray Frostgrip. Nice to meet you, Ray Frostgrip, Kyle, an unnamed slime. Indeed. Welcome to my tavern. Now that we are all past the pleasantries, would you like to tell me more about your cape? It's just a sort of invisibility cape, if any of his babbling is to be believed. It sounds very magical. It is, but he seems to have lost it. I have? Ye have. What a great tragedy. My cape was invisibility as an utter importance. If I do not get it back, I'm afraid I shall perish immediately. That sounds very magical. Dearest innkeeper, dearest fable, I must retrieve my cape. Could you please help me? I think I know just what to do. Dear player, you've reached the end of the Tavern Talk demo. It's been a pleasure to take you on this little journey through the Wayfarer's Inn. I hope you enjoy the little insight into the adventures that come. Farewell, then see you next time. Sweet. I like that. That's gonna go on my list. I wonder what would happen if we chose, like, the other thing. If she would have killed, Uncle Dragon or whatever. How that would have ended up. Anyways, that was Tavern Talk. More of an RPG coffee talk, I guess. Anyways, I enjoyed it. I hope you guys will look into this one. Seems like a pretty cool game. So I'll see you guys when I see you. Until then, be excellent to each other. Take care of mental health, physical health, all the good jazz. Keep your stick on the ice. And tell somebody you love them today. Peace out.